This is A.C. Lyles, Paramount Pictures in Hollywood, California. On my 10th birthday, 1928, I saw a picture called Wings, the first picture winning the Academy Award.
Yeah.
And I saw it twice, and I fell in love with it, and I just wanted to work for Adolph Zukor and Paramount. So it was at a Paramount-owned theater called the Florida Theater, but it was owned by Paramount. So I went there and got a job running errands. And I wrote Mr. Zukor a letter. And that day I said, "I'm now your employee." Well, he came through Jacksonville by train on his way to Miami. And I talked to him. I said, "I'm working for you, and I'm sure you got my letters. I'm telling you." And so then he said, "I want to come out and you teach me to make movies." He said, "Okay, you're a bright kid, keep in touch." So as the film said, I wrote him letters. And that came about where I got on a train, day coach, one way, and that you set up for 4 days and 4 nights then. And I had 2 big jars of peanut butter and a big sack of apples and I think 3 loaves of bread, and came out here, and Mr. Zukor gave me a job. So I've been with Paramount since 1928, but I was with the theaters. And I came out here, I was about, I think I was just about to turn 17, I went to school. And then Mr. Zukor became his office boy, and he and Cecily DeMille were my mentors and taught me to make movies. And so it was Mr. Zukor and DeMille who really educated me.
Yeah. Because
in school, I worked all the time, so I didn't have much schooling. And when I'm asked about my education, I say the University of Paramount, 5555 Melwood Avenue, Hollywood, California. So that's about true, because next month, May, I will be 91 years old, and I'll be 81 years with Paramount.
Wow, amazing.
So it's my short resume, 1928, 2009, Paramount.
It's incredible. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's probably a record that
I'm
might be
sure.
broken.
Yeah. When you put everything on the line, so to speak, when you were young and came out here, did you have any doubt in your mind whatsoever that it wouldn't work? Did you have a backup plan?
Oh no, because all the time I wrote Mr. Zukor every Sunday. I knew he was waiting for me.
Okay.
And of course he was. He was getting my mail every week. And then I know. I've never had any doubts. I've never had any doubts in all my life. But, he was doing. I've always been a very positive person.
Yeah.
And I've always thought in big terms. When I was little, the school taught me 2 + 2 was 4. I don't believe it. It's 22. And the bottle was always half full. I learned that from my friend Ronald Reagan. And I just have always been. And then when I first came here, I thought I'm going to be aggressive without being intrusive. And I never ever used the word if. That's negative. I always said when. I never said if Paramount makes me a producer. I said when they make me a producer.
That's great.
And then then they said that when I was little, they told me that and I said in that film that you saw, they'd always say, it's racing. Who you know that counts. That's not true. It's not true.
Exactly.
It's who knows you that counts.
I like that.
So that was a very, I think, 3 words in this business: obsession.
Yes.
And by the time I was 10 years old, I was just obsessed with Paramount and being at Paramount and making movies.
Wow. What do you think made instill that level of positive attitude in you? Because that's really, perhaps, I think, unusual for especially kids having.
I think it's the desire of being obsessed. Obsessed, because I was obsessed. And nothing else mattered to me except wanting to get here and be with Paramount and be with Mr. Zucker and learn how to make movies. I never had a desire, never thought of it, never tried to be in front of the camera. I was always wanted to be in back of it, writing scripts or producing things, producing movies and doing that. That was my whole ambition. I think yes, a lot of young boys and girls, the first thing they want to do in Hollywood is be an actor or an actress, which is wonderful, which is very honorable. I just never had it, and it's probably just as well because I've been a very successful producer here, but I don't know how I would have been had I tried to be an actor. I never thought about it.
Wow. Yeah. Well, I think you've certainly would have had the capability anyway. You've got the charisma to carry everything.
But I just wanted to work and make it work and make it work.
Yeah.
But I have great admiration for those who have that ability to be in front of the camera. I have great and I have as much admiration for a good writer, director, producer, executive, cameraman, art director, costume